Hey, what's going on? I went camping in Cades Cove, Tennessee, and I figured I'd show you some of my shots from this fall of 2023. It was almost peaking, not quite, but I think I got some pretty good shots. Let me share my screen here, and I'll show you exactly what I got. All right, so this is the first one. I left the information over here on the side so you could see it. What is this? This is from the 21st and 22nd. I went camping, and these are all shot with my Pentax system. I use a KF, so you could see that there, and you could see the settings there on the side. This was shot with the 55 to 300, but like this shot, I shot 49 pictures, and this was one of the first ones I shot walking around the loop because it's completely packed. But we got all of our cabin here. There's several cabins if you've never been to the Cades Cove loop before, 11-mile loop. Um, and you could see that the leaves are starting to change. So um, really nice. If you hadn't been there, you need to go there sometime. Let me get to the next shot. Like I said, I saved 11 out of 49 shots. I only shot 49 shots. These are all type of landscapes. No, I didn't see any bears this time. Don't expect to see them every time. I mean, I've gone around the loop one time and seen 9 bears. So it just kind of the way it is. This field is probably about 2 miles in, and this is like one of my favorite fields to photograph because it's got everything. There's like I took a super wide shot at I was using 11 to 18 millimeter. I shot at 11, and it was too wide. Everything was like lost in the shot. So you can see here we got at 18 millimeters, you get a little bit more close, so you could see some more stuff going on. So I try to incorporate something in the foreground, and then we've got some layers here. So we've got a little tiny cute tree that's a little closer, and then it goes farther and farther away. You've got this little leading line, and look at this little silhouette of trees in the fog over there. So I like that shot quite a bit. And like I said, you could spend a while just isolating different things as I did here. And that's that same little tiny tree that you saw a second ago, and the light was hitting it just right. So I decided to isolate it and make it the more vertical type shot here. Look at it again. See the tree there? And you could just do this with that. I took probably 10 shots, kept a few here. I think we got one more. Yeah, and the little trees that were silhouetted in the fog there, and that's that same tree there on the right hand side. And the lighting is just hitting it different, so it looks completely different. Look, I like that little rock sitting next to it. Anyway, so this is I don't know what's up with the information here. It's saying this we're with the 55 to 300. A lot of them just say 78 millimeters, and which is not correct, but I have to look at it in different software. But yeah, really liking the shot. Gives a certain mood to it. Go on. And speaking of mood, you could always do some black and white silhouettes. Gives you that kind of misty morning calm or spooky, depending on how you are. This was, what was this shot with? Yeah, this was a 55 to 300, and it actually says 55. But if you go past 55 with the software, I don't know, for some reason it always says 78. And you could tell I underexposed this one. I shoot in AV mode, and you can see on a lot of these shots I'll underexpose them just because I know that fog's going to bring in all this light and it's going to be overexposed, so I underexpose it. I did do slight editing this, but not too much. I don't like shooting those action photographers and wedding photographers. I don't know how they do that. Shoot 1,000 pictures and have to go through all that stuff. That drives me crazy. I shot 49, and I was getting tired of looking through them to pick out the best ones. Anyway, this is Hyatt Lane. Is it Lane? I guess it's like a little bit past halfway through the loop. So I walked the loop, and I recommend you doing that. And like the fall when it's busy like this, it's a little gravel road, and not many cars go down this. So it cuts through, and so you're only walking 8 miles instead of 11 miles. So that's what I did this day on the 21st, and the next day I'll show you some of those pictures come up next. But I like this shot. It came. I took 2 shots here. I put the first shot, I took the trees and I put them a little further to the right, kind of doing the rule of thirds, but it was like too far to the right. But you still got the rule of thirds. You say no, you don't, because you've got this, you know, gravel road straight in the middle, but you've got this large object that's overtaking the balance of the shot on to the right. So it is still kind of like the rule of thirds, but has a nice calming mood to it with the fog as well. Get up there early in the morning if you are going to drive. I think this day I walked back up there just to take a few shots, and around noon, it seemed like it was going to take probably, like, you could have walked the loop faster and you could have drove it because there were so many cars. Uh, Very popular time in the fall there in Cades Cove. So just be aware of that if you're going there. And I like this shot a lot. You can see some color going on. Look up here, and I'm going back this weekend to camp one more time, just because I think everything will be at, you know, at the top of all the colors. You can see there, and there's still a lot of green around, but you can get these little spots that had some color. But I like this shot because up here, it's got several layers. You've got the sky, and then you've got the mountains here, and then the fog, and then the pretty trees here, and then this shadow at the bottom. I took several pictures here, and I was trying to like crop out this shadow. I know I could have done brought in a graduated filter or something and kind of fix that up. But at the end, after looking at it a couple times, I was like, I actually like that. It adds to it just looks like a big striped photograph or something. Again, this was with the 55 to 300. You can see ISO 100. It was this is getting closer to around 10 o'clock or something. Does it have time on there? I don't know if it does or not, but anyway. So I took the same shot of those trees, and that's what you could do. Go around different spots and just kind of see what you could see. And those same trees there in the middle, I was able to go down 20 yards or so, and there was this tree. I scooped back and got the silhouette of the trees just framing it. I like kind of shots like that, so I like this shot. So I decided to keep it. I'm going to put several of these up on or like 3 of these up on my Flickr if you want to look at them more carefully. And we'll show the settings as well. And you could look through what I did in the editor. I'll leave the EXIF data on my Flickr page, so if you can check it out there. So check the link below for my Flickr and check that out. And this one's another kind of layered thing. You got the sun coming up on this, in the sky, the mountains, and these lovely trees in the fog, and then this right here. And this was with the 55 to 300. Man, that was on my camera most of the time. I think the next one, yeah, this is with the 21. And I took 3 shots here, and this ended up being my favorite one when I thought I wasn't going to like it, just because your eye goes straight to that little, almost looks like a demon in the woods is what I call it. If I had some other shots, and I just left that car in there because it looks like little demon eyes or whatever. And I like the colors. It caught a lot of different stuff going on right here. I did edit these in Lightroom, and I don't like to edit a lot, so I spent like 30 seconds on each of them. Not much edit at all. So here we go. This one, these kind of shots kill me because I swear I think everything is not level. So I looked in the viewfinder, and it has the KF, and a lot of the Pentax cameras have electronic level in there, so you can make sure it's level. And it was level, but it's on a slow decline there, and so that's the way it was. And it kills me. It's like, do I want to level this out or not? Would you level this out? Just level the ground there to make the shot more that way. I think that would maybe throw the mountains off, maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, I love the light, how it came in, and it was scooping across the top of these golden trees right here. So that was a shot I like. And this is another area or field where you could isolate stuff and take some really good shots. You could walk out in that field and get like a wide angle shot close up that tree. I did not do that today because the grass was a little damp and I didn't want to get my shoes all wet. Oh, so that's the end of Cades Cove, but this is the next day. I live in East Tennessee, like an hour from here, and this shows you how the leaves haven't started changing quite yet. in my area. It's changing more in the mountains. So I just thought I'd show you that. Um, Again, I think this one's my favorite just because that little demon there. Thanks for watching, and I will be doing some other videos soon. Make sure to subscribe if you hadn't, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks again.